Is it on? Can I go? Well, good evening, everybody. This is Wednesday night edition of Nightmare's Ride. Welcome to the show. You might notice a few little changes. Miss Miriam's not here tonight, and I cleaned off the desk because I figured y'all were tired of looking at it like that. My cousin Nightmare is always talking about building bikes, and he's a hell of a builder. I gotta tell you this. If you haven't seen his bikes, you need to go on YouTube and Facebook and take a look. But I'm his cousin Cletus, and I told him I was coming to visit, and he said, no, don't do that. Well, I did it. He said he wasn't going to be here, and I guess he wasn't lying. But I figured it's Wednesday night, and y'all want to see a show, so I'm going to show you what Nightmare does during the day when he's not on the show with y'all. He builds bikes, and I'm going to build you a bike right here, right now. I couldn't get the bike down here to the studio, so I'm going to do it like this. I found all these parts up there in his garage, and we're going to build a bike. So what we got to do is we got to figure out what all the parts are. I got my tools. I got my glue, because don't have time to weld. Oh, I don't, okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to build a motorcycle. We're going to start with our frame. This is going to be our frame, and we're going to have handlebars. These are very special handlebars, but you got to have them to steer. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little glue right down in there, and we're going to put these handlebars in position. There. That's kind of straight. Maybe. Okay. And they're going to go through the front end part. I don't know what it's called, but Nightmare does, and we'll just have to trust him. Now, we can make these any way we want, but that looks kind of cool, just like that. And we need a front end. I couldn't find a front tire, but I figured this would work. So we're going to glue it up. Y'all might know my cousin Nightmare. Real nice guy. Always telling me not to come visit. I don't know why. We've been knowing each other since we were little bitty kids. Ow! Damn, that's hot. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. That's great. That is our front end. What do you think, folks? So far, so good, huh? Okay. Now, darn, that's hot. Now we need a back tire. I even got chrome from Mr. Terry Hudgens. So I figured he would like that real fun. We got, this axle bobber thing that Nightmare's always talking about. You got to have an axle bobber. And we're going to put it through this back part here. And we're going to do just like that. Now we got a rear wheel. How's that look for you, huh? We're not really cousins. I don't know if you could tell that or not. Nightmare and I have known each other since we were little bitty kids when his mama lived next door to my sister's brother's cousin's great uncle. And we used to go over there and play all the time. Am I losing my beard? Okay, now we got this. There we go. We're going to have to put a little glue right here because I want a chopper. And if I don't do it like this, I don't get my chopper look. All right. Just, well, like that. Good. Okay. Now, let that sit a second. Now, while we're working on that, we got to work on our motor. Everybody knows that a motorcycle has to have a motor. And I'm going to use something that looks like a motor. We're going to lay it right here. We're going to glue these suckers on here. Now, because I can't weld it, I got to do it like this. There we go. There we go. That looks good, huh? Well, there we go. Okay. Now, good. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this, but we're going to figure this out. This, we're going to put on here. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, hot, hot, hot. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, where'd that go? Oh, here's another one. Okay. All right, we're going to take this, and we're going to use this for our seat. This is going to make a real good seat right here. Ow. Be careful. Building bikes is very dangerous. Okay. And we have, oh, look. This is going to make a really cool tank here. So let's put us a tank on this here motorcycle. Y'all need to be watching Nightmares Ride every Wednesday night. You never know what those people are going to be getting into. I'm not nearly as good as Nightmare and Miss Miriam, but they have some fun. Okay? My gas tank is not sticking. We need more glue. Okay. Lots of glue, lots of glue, lots of glue. There we go. And there. Oops. Okay. We got a seat. We got a gas tank. We got that. There we go. Now we're looking good, huh? Now we're looking real good. Now this is not a real motorcycle, for those of y'all who don't know. And we're going to take this. Oh, my motor came off. Well, we don't really need a motor. It's okay. So, I found these in Nightmare's refrigerator. I'm not real sure what he's doing with them in there. But we're going to build us a gas tank real quick. Because gas tanks have to be metal. Because gas is very, very dangerous. So this here, we're going to do just like this. And we're going to clip it like this. Because gas tanks are not flat. Y'all know this, right? So, we got a gas tank going like that. And we bend it like this and give us a little bit of nice shape to it. I'm going to paint this, but, you know, we're going to leave it like that for right now. And there we go. This is our gas tank. Now, if I had the time, I'd go ahead and glue that on there for you. I just don't know if I have the time in the time allotted for my cousin Nightmare's show. But you get the gist of what that's going to look like. This is a fine looking motorcycle. There we go. Now, okay. There we go. We got, whoa, well, okay. We got a seat. We got sort of a gas tank. We got a back wheel. Our motor's here on the side because we're not done with our construction. But, well, we'll do that in a minute. We'll figure that one out in a minute. Now, Miss Miriam was always talking about she wants a fuchsia bike. Y'all have heard this, I'm sure. I couldn't find fuchsia, but I found a really nice color that I think she's really going to like. Look at this color. How fine is this? Now, authentic paint, of course, is a little bit different from this. But I think you can understand how much a woman's going to love this particular color. And she'll be real happy with it, even though it's not a fuchsia. Alright. You got to kind of put it on. Well, okay. You got to put it on there and try not to make a mess of yourself when you're doing things like this. This is very delicate work. Alright, now what we have forgotten here, and very important to have, is a headlight. And this is going to be our headlight. And we're going to glue it right here. Because you got to have lights on your vehicle when you're traveling. We're going to do it on this side here, I believe. This will be very, very important. And it's real glass, so be real careful with it that you don't get burned. Okay? Now, there we go. That, I don't know why. That won't stay like that. Well, okay. This is real close to being right, folks. Now, you understand it takes longer than just a few minutes to do this. And my cousin's real good at it, and I don't have any training at it. The doohickeys and bebobs and all that stuff that he knows about, I don't know about. But I did want you to see this. Now, I want to go ahead and finish the paint job on this thing. And I got me some paint right here. So, y'all hold your breath just a minute. Because I built myself a paint booth. And this is important if you're going to have really good paint. You want to make sure there's no airflow and no bugs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint this. You might want to do this outside. Okay, good. Alright, gotta let that dry for just a minute. When I tell you that Nightmare's a really great builder, I know you'd understand it when you go and look at his bikes on Facebook and YouTube and on his website. Got some beautiful bikes called the Predator and the Exorcist and the Princess of Darkness. And they're really cool bikes, and he's still building, and he's still a premier builder. Y'all got to watch him whenever you can. Let me see what our bike looks like. Oh my. Well, looky there, folks. That is a genuine, hand-built Harley-Davidson miniature. Can't do it in an hour, can't do it in a day, but I sure can do it real quick for a Nightmare. My cousin's a special fella. All right, I'm about to say goodbye. Thank y'all for watching so much. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you later. See ya! Are we off? Are we off? Turn it off. How the hell did that happen? I don't know what I did.